What if I told you that right now, in June 2025, we're seeing some of the best opportunities in crypto, stocks, and real estate all at once? Some people are missing out, but you're about to get ahead. Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Matthew Barak, and today we're talking about the biggest money moves happening right now. We'll cover the latest in crypto, stocks, real estate, and even some AI news, everything you need to know to make smart decisions this week. So let's get started. When I first started investing, I made a lot of mistakes. I bought into hype, ignored the basics, and sometimes lost money. But over time, I learned that the best way to grow your wealth is to stay informed and take action together. So let's do this. Here's what we're covering today. Crypto's big comeback, why Bitcoin and Ethereum are making headlines again. Stocks are surging, how the S&P 500 just hit a major milestone. Real estate update, what's happening in the housing market right now. A simple, actionable strategy you can use right now to take advantage of these trends. By the end of this video, you'll leave with real information you can use and maybe even a new way to look at your money. Let's start with crypto, because honestly, this is the most exciting story right now. 1. Crypto's big comeback. I remember when Bitcoin dropped below $30,000 a couple years ago. It was a tough time for a lot of us. But look at it now, Bitcoin has been holding strong above $100,000 this week, and even hit $110,000. That's huge. What's driving this? Well, big institutions are getting more involved, and there's a lot of talk about new regulations that could make crypto even more mainstream. Ethereum is also making waves. It's been a bit more volatile. I know some of you are still nervous about crypto, and I get it, I was too. But seeing how resilient Bitcoin has been, especially after all the ups and downs, makes me feel more confident. So what's my take? If you're interested in crypto, this is a good time to pay attention. We'll talk about a simple strategy in a minute. 2. Stocks are surging now. Let's talk about stocks. The S&P 500 just hit 6,000 points for the first time since February. That's a big deal. This happened because of a strong jobs report. The US economy added 139,000 jobs in May, which is more than expected. The unemployment rate stayed at 4.2%, so the labor market looks solid. Tech stocks are leading the way. Nvidia, Alphabet, and Meta are all up about 2%. Tesla, after a rough day on Thursday, bounced back with a 5% jump on Friday. Even crypto-related stocks like Coinbase and Riot Platforms are up, thanks to the strong crypto market. When I first started investing in stocks, I was overwhelmed by all the news. But now I see that when the jobs report is good, and big tech companies are doing well, it's usually a good sign for the market. 3. Real estate update. Next up, real estate. Mortgage rates are still a bit high, but the housing market is holding steady. According to Realtor.com, the latest data shows that demand is still strong, especially from international buyers. If you're thinking about buying or selling, now might be a good time to get your finances in order and keep an eye on the market. I remember when I bought my first home, it was stressful, but also exciting. The key is to stay informed and not rush into anything. 4. Actionable strategy, how to take advantage. Okay, here's a simple strategy you can use right now, especially if you're interested in crypto. Dollar cost average into Bitcoin or Ethereum. This means you buy a little bit at a time, no matter what the price is. It helps you avoid buying at the very top or the very bottom. Keep an eye on crypto-related stocks. Companies like Coinbase and Riot Platforms often move with the price of Bitcoin and Ethereum. Stay diversified. Don't put all your money in one place. Mix crypto, stocks, and maybe even some real estate through REITs. When I started using this strategy, it took a lot of the stress out of investing. I didn't have to worry about timing the market, I just kept adding a little bit each month. By the way, if you're nervous about crypto, just start small. Even $10 or $20 a week can add up over time. Let's take a closer look at what's happening in the world of crypto, stocks, and real estate this week. Crypto, staying strong above $100,000. Bitcoin has been trading above $100,000 all week, and even hit $110,000 last week. This is a big deal because it shows that despite some market drama like the recent public feud between Elon Musk and Donald Trump, Bitcoin is holding its ground. Institutional investors are getting more involved, and there's a lot of talk about new regulations that could make crypto even more mainstream. This is good news for anyone who has been waiting for crypto to become more stable and accepted. Ethereum, while a bit more volatile, is still above $2,500. There are ongoing discussions About new Ethereum ETFs, which could bring even more money into the market. Stocks. The S&P 500 hit 6,000. The S&P 500 just reached 6,000 points for the first time since February. This happened because of a strong jobs report. The US economy added 139,000 jobs in May, which is more than expected. The unemployment rate stayed at 4.2%, so the labor market is in good shape. Tech stocks are leading the way. Nvidia, Alphabet, and Meta are all up about 2%. Tesla, after a rough day on Thursday, bounced back with a 5% jump on Friday. Crypto-related stocks like Coinbase and Riot platforms are also up, thanks to the strong crypto market. Real estate, steady demand, international interest. The housing market is holding steady. Mortgage rates are still a bit high, but demand is strong, especially from international buyers. If you're thinking about buying or selling, now is a good time to stay informed and plan your next move. What you can do right now: here's a simple, actionable strategy you can use this week. Consider dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin or Ethereum. This means you buy a little bit at a time, no matter what the price is. It helps you avoid buying at the very top or the very bottom. Keep an eye on crypto-related stocks. Companies like Coinbase and Riot platforms often move with the price of Bitcoin and Ethereum. Stay diversified. Don't put all your money in one place. Mix crypto, stocks, and maybe even some real estate through REITs. Remember, the best way to grow your wealth is to stay informed, start small, and keep learning. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, share it with a friend, and subscribe for more real-world financial tips. And hey, tell us in the comments, what is one thing you're going to try this week? Let's keep learning and growing together. Thanks.